day, everyone. So, we're here to conduct an interview about the effects of disaster on mental health. So, first, let me introduce. I'm Karen Kaga, along with my members, Miss Althea Austria, Mr. Dominic Babacho, and Miss Revelyn Labonete. So, we're second-year psychology students from the University of Makati. And today, we have a guest. So, please welcome Miss Cleo Navarro. So, let's begin na po. Miss Austria, kindly proceed na po.
First question po is, how do you define a disaster in the context of its impact on mental health?
Personally speaking, I mean, from both sides naman as a psychology grad din, katulad ninyo, in the context of its impact on mental health, disaster is something that affects the individual psychologically. So, it could be as big as, kunyari, baha, flood, earthquake, fire, or it could be an emotional disaster din kasi hindi tayo yung nasa field to discuss kung ano ang maliit o malaki, depende sa tao. Kasi sometimes, a disaster could be, ayun nga, in its definition talaga, yun yung fire, earthquake, ano. But a lot of the times, may mga disasters din na hindi pa natin na-include sa ganun na context, which is, let's say, family dynamics or situations outside of your household, your environment. So, ayun, yun yung disaster for me.
Next slide for Miss Revelyn Labonete.
Hi po. What are the unique cultural factors that influence how Filipino people cope up with and recover from such traumatic experience?
Alam niyo yung ang pangit na example na gagamitin ko, pero alam niyo yung kapag may patay, 'di ba, usually parang when you think of the situation, ang lungkot. Pero at the same time, makikita mo pag may wake, may mga tao sa labas, nagiinuman, minsan may nagbibidyoke pa nga, may nagpe-perform ng kung ano ng mga kanta. So like, I feel like as a cultural aspect natin as Filipinos, a lot of the times we tend to face these challenges or yung mga traumatic experiences na to together. Okay lang na nagdudusa ako, at least kasama kita habang nagdudusa tayo. Yung bond natin, and then at the same time, yung parang lightheartedness natin when it comes to dealing with these types of issues. Na kahit gaano ka-traumatic, as long as kaya pa nating tumawa, mabubuhay pa tayo. So, yung cultural aspect natin of the bayanihan type, tapos at the same time, yung pagiging cheerful or hospitable natin sa isa't isa when it comes to dealing with these types of issues. Feel ko yun yung pinaka-outstanding for us. That's how we cope eh. Magkakasama, masaya kahit masakit, pero at least magkasama tayo. Parang ganun.
The last question, may I call Dominic?
So, good afternoon again, Miss Cleo. Considering the terms like readiness, prevention, and effectivity, how can we better integrate mental health services into disaster planning and response efforts?
With mental health, it's very difficult to gauge kung anong mag-work sa isang tao. So, I think to better integrate yung ganitong process is to be more cautious when it comes to dealing with these types of issues. Kasi again, what works for you can't work for everyone eh. So, pwedeng okay sa'yo nang kinocomfort ka, pero sa isa, ayaw pala niya nang kinocomfort niya kasi feel niya kawawa siyang tao. Ayaw niya na feel na kawawa siyang tao. So, hit or miss siya, na at the same time, hindi mo kasi pwede gawin yung trial and error. Ayun yung pinakamabigat sa field na papasukan ninyo or sa field na to na hindi mo pwedeng itry tapos pag hindi nag-work, ay, sige, wag na, next time hindi. Kasi sometimes, there's no next times eh. So, yung cautiousness, tas at the same time, pag may experience yun din naman to na yung iba't ibang tao, pag nasanay ka na sa iba't ibang klaseng tao, marirealize mo na din kung ano yung mag-work. And then you can adjust accordingly. So, I think yung pinaka pwede nating integrate with that is yung people who are like emotionally intelligent. We have the empaths, we have the sympaths, kasi it's very hard to deal with mental health issues kapag nonchalant kang tao eh. Lalo, it's different kapag kunyari nasa clinical field ka na may kausap ka na pasyente. These are normal people or like your everyday people na pwede nila i-misinterpret yung pagiging nonchalant mo eh. Na parang, asa wala kang pake. Parang ganon. We need more people who feel for other people in a sense na, I know what you're going through. Here's how I can help. Yung ganon na type. And again, different siya when you're in the field na nasa psychiatric facility ka when you're dealing with patients. So, ayun, when it comes to disaster planning and response efforts, I think it's best that you have people in the mental health service field na is very open to different types of people. Yung dynamic, yung hindi lang sila by the book. It's very safe to assume na it's easier to do it by the book, pero sometimes by the book doesn't work eh. Sometimes you have to gauge the situation. Kailangan i-counter mo pa na pwedeng ito, pwedeng iyan. So, it's a quick thinking thing na kailangan ma-realize mo in the long run na ma-adapt mo din naman. Pero once you're in the situation talaga, it's very hard kasi to just do it by the book. Lalo na't kunyari, humahagulgul yung tao. Syempre, di naman, wait lang, check ko lang yung ano ko, DSM-5 ko, ako ano maganda. It's not the case. So, I think the intelligence when it comes to dealing with other people, and then at the same time, yung heart, like yung effort mo talaga, or like yung puso mo is buong buo in helping other people. Kasi if you're 50-50, when na parang kahit may onting labag sa kalooban mo lang, to just talk with people who are dealing with something, mararamdaman nila yun eh. Like, kahit sabihin mo, hindi ko naman pinahalata eh. In the sense, they will feel it. And kahit di man nila aminin yun sa'yo, inaamin nila yun sa sarili nila yun. And makaka-apekto din sa kanila yun lalo. So, ayun.
And thank you so much po ulit for your time and effort na pinagbigyan nyo kaming interviewin kayo. So again, thank you so much for agreeing to this interview po.